I hold my emotions in. So I would go, oh! Oh, look at it. Man, can you see? Whoa, can you imagine a 958 wheeled this thing like it was a feather? Unbelievable. Oh, another one. Oh my gosh. Wow, I wonder if there's any more. And you got the book and you're looking. Well, what I didn't realize is all the curators were British. Okay, there's this girl on the first floor. She likes the two-ended swords, but she hasn't seen the room yet. I say she should hit there in about 15 minutes. Good show, mate. Yeah. It's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I promise you. Don't miss it. Take a coffee break. 15 minutes, all right? And I guess they were kind of like, what? But I hit this room, and there's about 20 curators standing. And you know how you look at a person, they go, really hard for 20 people to look nonchalant, all in the little uniforms. And I hit that door, and I'm wondering, hi! And they're all like, hey, hello. And I go, oh my God! And I slide! And they all go, you're right, mate, it was a great show! Oh my God! It was a room full of the swords. So, it's just, I don't know. Being an artist is a wonderful, exciting blessing and super cool. So, if the videos work, Travis, we can talk a little bit about those. Do you have the sound for the reel and we start from the beginning? This is my actor's reel. My husband did it. He's such a genius. You may recognize this film if you don't. That's the name. I was teen librarian ghost. I was this dog. I was these toes. Many of you have talked about performance capture. This is performance art animation. I am the creature behind the plastic door. These are all puppeteers being the hands. Sigourney Weaver said, don't worry about touching my chest. I'd really like to get the scene done. So touch me, I'm fine. And I'm the dog in the mist. Just think about questions you may have of how we did this. This film lasted about 6 months. I'm the dog over here on the right. This guy right here said, oh my goodness, I didn't realize I was going to be wearing so few clothes. I was Team Marshmallow Man. We built 18. I did dinosaurs. I played Baby's Arms for 4 years. The head is done by Kevin Clash. You may know him. He does Elmo in Sesame Street. So he is the voice of Baby. A great part because you get your rib tear beat. This is T-Rex, probably the worst film. You paid $1, you paid too much. Whoopi Goldberg and us. Probably the best thing was meeting Whoopi. I played a victim. So there's a guy inside the suit performing the entire dinosaur, and then I'm outside making the face articulate through a puppet system I'll show you in a bit. It was great because we met some amazing actors on the film. And I played Molly Rex. Now there's a man inside with very good feminine moves, and then I'm the one articulating the singing, the eyes, the neck. So I'm from the neck up, what I'm doing. And it works a lot like a video game. We have controllers and we have joystick, and we program the heads just like you would a radio-controlled car.
I know. Last night, I'm dead asleep, and all of a sudden I get this flash.
The problem was we were near an airport, so the faces would twitch every once in a while whenever they were communicating with the planes. So the poor little dinosaurs would have seizures. The radio control. But this is when she was really working. Her nose and mouth and lips and brows all working at tops. But there are other times that they didn't simply because of the
Like here, you'll see that it's mostly just mouth and eyes because we lost a lot of the radio signals. But again, someone in the suit doing the arms and body, and me doing the hands, and doing the face and head. Flintstones, this is the Bronto crane. This is a perfect marriage between puppets and CG. Hybrid is the best way to do this. I never think a movie that's all CG is very good when it involves a CG character, because the actors don't have anything to act opposite. So a puppet can act opposite the character, and then the CG can be in between. So the tongue, the head, puppet, this is CG. Puppet, puppet, puppet. This is puppet, puppet. I'm this garbage disposal piece. I do his facial expressions.
Is it done by wires or?
No, it's actually got a guy inside the hand, and then again I RC control the face. And then I'm also manipulating the face and head of this character. Got to work with Jonathan Winters, which was unbelievable. Here I'm Team Dick DeBird, I do the wings. In puppetry, you're always a group of people trying to create one character. So you must all work in sync with each other or the character looks ridiculous. Elizabeth Taylor was a very good friend of mine because of this film and another film that I did with Michael Jackson. Oops. This was a USA Channel thing done for Quincy Jones, and I play this character. It's my voice, my hands.
Everything will be okay, Raleigh.
You know, I feel like I'm alone sometimes too.
So am I.
Hey, are you okay?
Sometimes it just gets to me being lost on Earth.
Must you flood yourself? Did you have to touch your skin? Have you no shame?
Graham, take a pill.
She was anatomically correct, and I would catch people at my lunch hour looking down the glass. I'd say, dude, you're really scaring me. These are my most famous in California. These are the Foster Farms chickens. They were established in 1993, and I've been doing them ever since. I built them, created them, and played the passenger.
This looks like freezer guard to me.
No, what's a curly guard accent?
That one.
Mind stepping out of the car, please?
Foster Farms, always natural, always.
That was the first one, wasn't it,
This
Terri?
was the very first commercial we ever did. The one Screaming Fugitives is mine. I worked with Jim Henson for a long time, and I play the horse. I usually like to play horses or zebras. Zebras are my favorite because they're black and white mixed. That's the reel. So the next we can do is do another one. You're still working, right? Yeah, you don't worry. You're good. Hang in there. It's gonna work. Okay, let's do. Which one do you think, Philo? Should we do the long one, the ones you did first before
The brand new one?
The brand new one?
Newest one,
Yeah.
probably good.
Okay. Any questions so far? Will he load it?
What creatures have you made?
I've made, well, let's see. My first one, which you may see you'll see here, the very first job I got was doing the still suits for Dune.
Best review.
Yeah, right. Seriously. No. If you love those books, you were like, when we were doing it, when we were sculpting the still suits, we were so excited because Frank Herbert was right there with us, and we were supposed to do 3 movies. When Raffaella decided at the last minute we were not going to get to do the 3 movies, and she crammed it all into one, and we didn't see that till the screening. So it broke our hearts, you know. So I will show you these, and then if you have questions about it, you'll see some. I'll tell you what more I built as we go, and then if you'd like to see it again and have me close my mouth so you can see what I would be happy to do this. So the first suit I built here was my mermaid tail. I didn't build it first, but this is how Philo and I I swam for Philo, and this is what gave Disney the idea to do The Little Mermaid. So I'm very proud that this my obsession with the mermaid tail. I had tried to build a mermaid tail for a long time, and I made it out of latex, and it was too buoyant. So this is a material. After I saw Splash, I found out what the material was.
Is that you swimming, Terry?
Yes, that's me swimming. Because my hair was not really mermaid-y, I had a series of 16 weeks, and I would shoot commercials and television spots and ads to illustrate different things. They had me swim.
And this was shot off the coast of the Catalina Island.
This is in Catalina, I swam. And unfortunately, the guy wasn't a director, so there's a couple of scenes where I go, man, you could have just asked me to smile, it would have looked nicer. I also had a sequence where I was swimming with dolphins, and they kept looking at the fin and looking at me and going, let's go! And I was, too lame. And they'd look at you and go, I don't get it, you have a big fin, what's the matter with you? Why aren't you swimming? But so in this one, I had a piece of cloth to cover my chest, but originally I just had shells configured around to cover the vital spots. But I actually interviewed with Bob Short, who had done the Splash tail, and he told me that I'd never be able to do the tail, so of course they had to prove him wrong. In this is 2010, I did the performance of the Star Baby. They thought they didn't need a puppeteer, and they had a crew guy work it, and he tore the baby up. So I didn't get to do the subtle performance that had got me cast. I had to do the best I can, and they shortened the sequence really short. I'm standing for you, Philo. But it was awesome. This was made out of a gelatin, so the Star Baby was really awesome. The reason you're getting to see more of the films is that my husband just wants to make sure that, in case you haven't seen it. Dune, I made the suits. I made the suit that he's wearing. Kyle was our main model, but I got to do the suits for anybody who was in odd shape because I really knew patterns well. It's foam, cut and pasted on an outfit. And then these desert scenes are included because I stunt doubled for Sean Young. It was very hot, the suits were rubber, she didn't want to do it, so she sat in the thing sipping a soda while I did most of her running desert shots because I was the only one who fit in the suit. She was very slender. I also did Fade's codpiece. I got a lot of calls of people telling me if I took the cast of his crotch, I could earn big money. So I told him while I was doing his body cast, you can make big money. I've gotten about 20 calls. They all want to ask for your crotch. What's that about? Now again, I'm really young, so he was kind of like, whoa. But this is definitely the sequences that we did. It was 100+ degrees when I stunt doubled. I did children's suits, women, and it's literally a body stocking, and then it's the way you glue the foam. You cut the foam, and then you glue the foam, and then you cover it in a balloon rubber with an air gun that makes the suits. So there I go. See, got to hold hands with Kyle, and there she is. So she was very happy that someone was stupid enough. Willing to. Most of the extras you see here in the Mexican desert got paid by being given a pair of shoes. This is Disposer Care commercial. Joe Pitka, one of the #1 commercial people, very difficult to work with, but I had a lot of fun. I built the set and the puppets. These are creatures who live in your garbage disposal. Again, all foam sculpted. This is a wonderful media if you want to make costumes that are light and puppets that work, because it's just like making a shirt. You pattern out it like a shirt, but you're using foam. When you glue it together, it makes a three-dimensional.
Didn't Joe go on to direct Space Jam?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is Country Bears. I'm Big Al.
Tear down country.
Now there's performers inside the suits, and again I am articulating the face.
Yeah. Some teenager's gonna be teaching us how to operate a beat.
This is Henry. You may not have seen this movie, but it was the #5 family film that year out of 2010. And I loved doing this film. It was probably one of the most exciting moments of my life was doing this film. Very difficult because I played two characters. I played Big Al, The man in the suits